Good afternoon. This video is being made for my granddaughter and her mother on how to make a sourdough starter. You only need 2 ingredients to make a sourdough starter. One ingredient is a whole grain. Now I'm going to be using whole wheat today only because the store in this town of Dalhart does not carry any rye flour. I was wanting to use a dark rye, which would give it a more robust flavor. But it's very simple to make. You need a container, such as one like this, and you need to add to it 2 ingredients. One ingredient is flour, so we'll take the flour out. And I've got 1 cup of flour. And as usual, I make a little bit of a mess, but I've got a dough scraper. So since I just cleaned this off, it will be fine to go back in there. Alright, now the next ingredient is water. Now, what you need to know about water is tap water may be very harmful to your sourdough starter. For one thing, it may have chlorine, which is designed to kill bacteria. And we want bacteria to grow in our sourdough starter, but we want good bacteria. So what we need to do is use either water that has come off the tap and has been boiled and then set to cool down. That will destroy usually most of the agents that cause the bacteria not to grow in here. So the other option is using distilled water, and that is what I have here. I have my own distiller, and we use it because we got tired of having to buy coffee pots because of the calcium buildup in our water. We've got a very high calcium content. So, but let me get 1 cup of water to go in with this. All you do is got to stir it in. And I forgot to get a knife. Hold on. Now you can, the reason I'm sitting on this chair is I'm kind of tall. You can use a stick, a spoon, or a knife. And I find a knife is usually pretty easy to get it stirred up. And you want to get all hydrated. That's well hydrated. And you can see how it, a little bit on the runny side, but that's fine. The flour takes a little bit of time to suck up all the water. So basically, that's how you get your sourdough starter started. And I will put a rubber band on here, as I find where I did with the one I had earlier. I'll try to edit out the delay in getting to this point. So we take one rubber band. I got 2 rubber bands simply as a means of measurement. First rubber band goes to where it's even with where the starter is at this point. The second rubber band will go the equal distance above it. So when this starter reaches this point here, it will have reached its fermentation. And then we can take half of it out and refeed it and continue the process until we get a good strength of sourdough starter. So I shall put a cap on it, and I usually like to cover it, and I'm probably just going to leave it here on the table. So this is probably the one, it's 79 degrees here right now. You like to have it in a warm spot so that the reaction will work out well. That is the reaction between the flour and the water and the yeast that's naturally occurring on the flour. It's naturally occurring on your hand, and that's what sourdough starter is. It's a yeast turning the flour, the sugar part, into alcohol and gas that will make the starter rise up. And when that's done, we will start our next video. Thank you very much.